Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at a budget fitness tracker that's promising us the ability to track steps, sleep cycles, as well as heart rate monitoring, all for under $25. It's called the CoBand K4 from IMCO. I want to say thank you very much for allowing me to check it out. There's also going to be some details regarding the giveaway at the end of this video. So let's go ahead and check it out and see if it stands out. The box is very simple. Looking on the back, we have a small amount of information. It basically says Smart Heart Rate Support Band, which is what it is. The size of the OLED display is 0.86 inches. It's a 15 milliamp battery built into it, which should last you about 5 to 6 days, depending on configuration. The actual wristband itself is a TPU-based wristband, and they do provide you with the color here. This box actually says that this is a black one. Removing the casing shows you directly the fitness tracker. We'll just take it up a little bit. It's very small and very easy. It's a pill-shaped fitness tracker. All you need to do basically is connect this to the included charger, and it charges up pretty quickly. It comes with one button, and that's the interface. It's not a touch screen, it's a touch button, and that's how we're going to be able to cycle through the options, as well as being able to turn it on and turn it off. Heart rate monitor is centered right there at the bottom, and basically will sit against your skin, most of it, and there's a little symbol here for the heart. Other than that, we have the actual instruction manual. It gives us the instructions on where to download the application. There is an Android, an iOS, and an Android version of the application. I find it that the Android side works okay, but there's a problem with the Bluetooth connectivity issues, and I think there's a big update from what I was told that will fix these issues. On the Apple side, it works pretty good, and that's what I've been using it. I've been using it with my iPhone for the last 2 weeks. And then, of course, it has shake to wake to be able to turn it on and include a charger. Very nice, very good instruction manual. This is the charger. It has 2 pin connectors right there. You connect it to any USB adapter or any USB power source. It will charge. And then when you're done with it, you just take it in and insert it into this TPU band. It is a one-size-fits-all band, so you have a big number of sizes here. Now, I do have one that I'm wearing, and this is the one that I'm actually using for the last couple of weeks. This one's going to be part of the giveaway, so keep tuned to the end of the video for the rules. And as you can see, it fits very nicely, and I have the ability of going even more if I want to go further up. Zooming into the one I'm actually been using for the last couple of weeks, you can see here there's a battery indicator, the date, the time, as well as Bluetooth connectivity right there on the top. Let's pry it on again, and then it tells us AM. So it's 5:25 AM. The Bluetooth is connected. Tapping it once takes me to the step counter. Tapping it one more time gives me the mileage, of course, and then of course calorie burned. And then last but not least is heart rate monitoring. And heart rate monitor works pretty good. So you can technically just put it in, and then just when you turn it on, wait for it for a few seconds. It'll start measuring, and then it'll tell you your heart rate. You notice it's actually measuring it off my finger at this point, and it will consistently keep reading it till you switch over from this screen. As you see, my heart rate is going higher, and you can stop it and then go over. Now, last but not least, to be able to turn it on and turn it off is very simple. You press and hold, it'll give you the option to do on or off, and then pressing it one more time cycles between the two, and then if I press and hold again on off, it will shut it down. It does have a built-in vibration motor, which is also used to indicate disconnection from the main unit, and then power it on is pretty much the same. Press and hold the power button, give it a second, turns on and gives us a nice vibration. Overall, very nice, very minimalistic. Fits very nicely in the hand, and again, for me, all I have to do is just put it in, set it up. Wanted to quickly show you guys that there is basically an Android version and an iOS version of this application. I did start using it originally with my Android device, and I found that over time it was losing connection and it wasn't working as well. So currently iOS seems to be a little bit better supported, and they did promise me with a big update going into Android. So please, if you're going to pick it up for an Android device, just know it will work. As you guys see here, I did actually register some time as far as the information. It's just that overall, I think it works a little bit better on iOS right now. The application is pretty simple. Right when you turn it on, you have the steps. You can click into it and you can see the information. You can sort it by week, by month, and of course you can see here I've been logging it for some time, so you'll see a lot more information. This is mostly in the month of May. This is the month of June that I've had this week, and you can see the steps, you can see the percentage, calories burned, and the mileage walked around. Sleep counter works the same way. You notice this picked up from last night's sleep, and I can go through, I can go months, and of course let's go back here and I can go back to last month. Heart rate monitoring is really cool. You can do actual active heart rate monitoring directly on the unit. So it'll start measuring it, and you'll see it's going to pick it up on my wrist, and it does an active thing. You can turn off the sound if you don't want it to hear, like as if you're in the hospital or something, and then you can stop the measurement and then go back. Very nice, very active. You can of course insert your weight. There is a social aspect of this chat. If you know more than some other friends, I guess, that have the same ecosystem, you can play with friends, you can communicate. This is how you'd be able to add other, well, let's go ahead and here. This is how, if you need to basically use it to shake it to take a picture, if you want to use it to initiate that, find the bracelet, and of course sharing some of your information. Last but not least, this is the main interface. Syncing data gives you the percentage of the battery. Of course, I renamed it. It does say that it's connected. Setting smart reminders using 24 hours as opposed to 12 hours, and that's what I have right now. I keep it in the US format. Screen on time, intelligent anti-loss, do not disturb. Horizontal screen if you want to change the orientation. You notice currently on mine I have it sitting in this way because that's how I feel it works best. But you can change the orientation in here. It's not an automatic. You can rename it and of course check for firmware updates here and initiate the synchronization of data, and you can add another tracker if you have one. Last but not least, this is basically your achievement steps, goals and settings. Under the settings tab is where you'd be able to change from metric to British measurement, theme color. You can interface it with Apple Health, which is very, very nice. And of course, if you use WeChat Sport, you can definitely use that for social competition levels at that point. It doesn't stay connected with your device all day long, and that's how it saves battery. Now, I've been using it for the last couple of weeks, and on average, I've been getting about 4 to 5 days worth of battery life. You can turn on notification from your iOS or your Android device, and you can push notifications. Just be aware, the more amount of notifications that you push through and it uses the vibration motor, unfortunately, it does decrease the battery life, so just keep that in mind. They do have a quick chart on their website that differences their CoBand, comparing it to the Mi Band 2 and the Fitbit Ultra, as far as heart rate monitoring, screen size, horizontal, vertical screen, caller ID compatibility, SMS, name messaging, WeChat, QQ name messaging, as well as raise to arm to turn on the display. And as you can see, overall, for the price point, it's definitely one of the best options on the market right now. Again, for $24, you can't really beat it. And if you're going to pick up 2 of them, you actually get free shipping off their website. And then that's really when it gets really functional, because you can actually start competing with a friend when you have 2 of them. And for 25 bucks each, you really can't go wrong. I have to say, for $25, and actually it was $20 at launch when I first found out about this, I was very surprised with the functionalities that it offers. At the very least, it has heart rate monitoring, and you can also have it turned on to have periodic heart rate monitoring. So it doesn't have to keep checking it all the time. You can set it to be every 3 hours, 6 hours, and that's something that you really don't have at this price point in this range. I want to say thank you very much to IMCO for allowing me to check out the CoBand K4 smart band, the fitness tracker. I like the fact that it has a long battery life. I like the fact that it's easy to charge. The fact also that the information that's coming out of it integrates to Apple Health. I hope to see some of the same things on the Android side with the big update that they're promising us. They did inform me that's coming down the pipe, and that's going to be something that we're going to be able to enjoy more on our Android devices. Again, very good functionality, step counter, sleep cycle works really good, and I find that it works better for me than when I've been using my Fitbit. So I've been using Fitbit for a while, and some of the limitation with the zip, at least, you have to have it clipped on your clothes. So for me, it usually stays on my belt, and that stays with me mostly during the day. So if I come home, if I'm going to sleep, I don't have that with me. If I'm going to work out, I have to remember to take it off and put it on. That's something that you don't really have to worry about this. It does have some water resistance on it, and it actually is very easy to use. You just take it in and take it out. And I like the fact that it's, pretty inexpensive for a budget one. It really does pretty well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Long battery life, great functionality, under 25 bucks. And of course, check the description below for more information. But as far as the giveaway, it's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be a week-long entry level. So as soon as this video goes live, till a week from that point. So today is the 7th of June, 2017. So week from there, 7 days. At the end of that day, I'll stop the entries and then we'll draw a person. It is going to be international. I want to again say thank you to IMCO for allowing me to have an additional one to give away to you guys. Like and subscribe as usual. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.